Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And behind these doors may be the most advanced motorcycle Honda made in 1982. If you guessed the 1982 Honda CX500 Turbo, you were right. So guys, in 1982, Honda created the CX500 Turbo. With its fuel injection and its tiny turbo, became one of the first fuel injected turbocharged motorcycles ever made. And we have one. So let's talk about how this CX500 Turbo came to be mine. Well, you guys may remember this little cafe racer. It was part of the build-off that Yoda, my old friend Yoda, and I did. Just wandered around his property and found a couple of CB125s. We built up those to be our riders at Barber that year. And this guy has been in Howard's barn, Yoda's barn, since 1999. So 25 years. And I say barn, it was in the shop. It's more of an airplane hangar, concrete floor. And he didn't have a lot of interest in it. It was too new for him. He enjoyed it. It came with a whole bunch of other bikes that he got, but never really did anything with it because it, like I said, it didn't tickle his fancy, scratch that itch, whatever you want to say, right? So it's always been there, and I was always into it just because I think they're cool looking. Before I even knew what it was, I always thought the design of these things were really cool. And then when you find out it's a turbocharged, well, okay, then that's a little more interesting. Long story short, Joel, his nephew, who is the caretaker now, the owner of the whole collection, him and I did some horse trading and traded the CB125 Cafe Racer for this. So we can put this guy back on the road where it should be. It should be out there so people can see it. And I am super excited about it. Let's take a look around on this guy and see what we see. It is in really good I think it's in really good shape. It's not perfect by all means. It's got some nicks here and there, but it's not. It's complete almost. And I'll share with you what I mean by almost. Is we're missing the side cover on the other side, and I'll show you that right here. I know it's there. I've seen it before. We just couldn't find it, and it was super hot. And I want to apologize. Is I got there with full intentions of recording the whole thing. I did take a photograph of where it was, but Joel and I started, George and I first, Howard's wife, we started talking, then Joel showed up and Joel and I were talking. Next thing I know, the motorcycle was in the back of the truck, right? It kind of wasn't the moment that I should turn into a guy that records videos for YouTube. It just didn't feel like the right thing to do. So we were just having a moment and I didn't feel like having a pause. Let me get the camera. So we didn't do it. So I apologize for that. Just take my word for it that it came out and we rolled it up into the truck. And because I didn't record it going into the truck, I don't believe I recorded it coming out of the truck. But we did record washing it. But it's awesome. So I don't have a battery, but what we will do is put a little juice to it and see what happens. We have this trusty jump box. This guy puts in work. So we'll just plug it here, plug it there. Guys, this is probably one of the most invaluable tools that I have. I use it all the time. Take it when I go to check out motorcycles. Becomes a starter button if I need one. And so we'll turn the key on. We do have power here. If you haven't seen these dashes before, they're really pretty awesome. It's got a clock over here. It says turbo right there in the middle because it should. We know the neutral light works. The oil light is on. I didn't hear a fuel pump come on. We do know the headlight works. I think the tail light works. Let's see. Let's see if the brake light works. No, not there. It's got to work at some point. Headlight, high beam, still no tail light. Maybe no. It's going to need some stuff to get going, but we're starting off at a really good spot, I think. This is light years further ahead than where we were with the GPZ, and that thing is awesome. So I'm excited about this. We do have, is that a parking brake? Yeah, we get a light, okay. So that's weird. The parking light, so the parking light works when you're in park. I believe that's park. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let me show you the key. We've got an off, ACC, accessories, and then on. So it doesn't come on until the second click. So we do have a light here. Let's see if we have a brake light. Oh, see if I can hit it. No, not yet. We'll get there. Horn, not yet. No. Looks like our fuel gauge does work. Our sender, because we're saying fuel reserve, that means we need some gas. Oh, we get a little click. I think our starter may be stuck. So in full disclosure, I did make sure that the engine was free. And we put a box to it, and the button wouldn't work, but we put it in gear and rolled it over. So I know the engine turns. It just doesn't turn with the starter. So I think the starter's locked up. So what we're going to do is yank this guy out. It's just 1 and 2 and then pop it out. So it'll be pretty simple. So let's do that. See if we test this starter to make sure, and then that'll help us the next steps moving forward. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and get this starter off right here. It's this guy. It's an 8mm. That guy and this guy. Easy peasy. Then we just need a little bit of that. That's pretty easy. I'll need a 10mm wrench to get that guy off. So guys, I've got the positive hooked up to the positive post, negative to the body of the starter, and then all I have to do is turn my switch. Not getting anything. Nope, got nothing. It's not moving. Looks like we're gonna need a starter. Or we can't make this one worse. It's already not working, so why don't we take it apart and see what's wrong with it? We gotta pull off these two to be able to split it, pull it apart. Okay, have it in the vise now. Let's see if we can, yeah, that's what it needed. Looks like we're gonna have to pull this gear out to be able to get this off. Okay, I swapped out the ends. So let's see if we can go ahead and get this guy off now. Oh, GoPro, stop recording. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy now. Again, popping it. Super easy when you have the right tool. Then that guy slides out. This guy looks a lot like all the other starters, except that it's got a longer shaft right here. So let's take this guy apart and see what happens next. Okay, we got some screws around here. Let's take off. So now it's just separating these. A little smacking. There we go. Get that guy off here. Remember where that goes. Right there. Okay, we'll keep that there. That's that. It's got a lot of this stuff on the inside. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good for the starter. This guy goes on to the back end of this. Just rides here. Okay, we gotta make sure we put that there. So the big one goes to the outside, the two other little shims. I probably shouldn't have dumped all that stuff right there because it's super dirty. So just gonna take this, smack it out. Oh, not that part. Leave the magnet in there. It looks like it's just rusty in there, and that's the reason why it wasn't wanting to spin. So I think we clean this sucker up, put some juice to it, see if it makes some noise. Guys, I could go get another starter. I could easily do that, or I could just make this one work. I'm kind of excited about seeing if I can get this one to work. Okay, I got the Dremel with the little brush. Let's see if we can clean this up. Okay, that's better than it was. Let's see if we can clean up the inside, just mainly on these contact surfaces right in here. I want to be careful not to go all the way down into here. See, you got little soldered wires. I want to stay away from that. I just want to get as, well, I'm probably not going to be able to get all the way down, but I'll get as far down as I can. That's way better. Way better than what it was before. Let's see. It actually spins around. I'm going to hose this off with a little brake clean. And by brake clean, I meant carbon choke cleaner, because that's what I have. Spray it from here. So now to slide this guy in, and it does spin. And then when you get here, you just have to push your magnets in. These little magnets, you just push them in, and then just push the starter motor through. I think we're in a little too far. You can see where it's supposed to ride. You see right here, see this line? So just make sure your magnet's in there and you're not in. And by the way, by the time you put it all together, it's gonna go exactly where it's supposed to go. Our two shims right there. Okay, so I looked on the bike and it mounts this way, and this guy is up top, so it's gotta go this way. And this guy goes on to here, just like this. That's all it is. Let me see if I smack it down a little bit. Yep. And then these guys right through here. So we've got it back together, screwed these 4 screws in across, these 2 here, so it's all there. Starter turns. It's not the best, but it turns. So let's see if it actually does something. Again, our trusty jump box. Hey. Let's just spin it over a little bit just to clear it up. Look. Remember the noise it was making just a second ago? Now, starter turns. It's not. Now that self-clearing. They want to heal themselves. Let's put it back on, see if it turns over. Go. Guys, that took 15 minutes to go ahead and make sure that this starter is still good. So you don't always have to go out and spend money. Just take it apart. Can you make it worse? No, it's already broken. Okay, so we got the starter back installed. I got the jump box here ready. Let's turn the key on and see what happens. My battery. I don't think my jump box is fully charged. I got an orange light, but let's see if we can jump it here. Starter's working. We charge this box and we'll be good. Let's do this. Let's pop the spark plugs off and see if we have spark. Okay, let's get this spark plug out, then we'll go around the other side and get the other one out. Okay, keeping an eye right here. Let's see if we get any spark. Let's see if it'll. Okay, let's see if we jump it. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we get anything. Hey, we got spark. Let's see if we have any compression. It's hard this long way down. Oh, we got lots of spark. This sucker's gonna run. Let's check the other side. Keep an eye out right here is what we're looking for. Let's go ahead and jump it. Oh. We're getting spark around here, so I know there's spark coming to here. This spark plug's bad. Guys, we have spark. We got a starter that works. I need a good battery. Let me hook a battery up to it. We've got, I can't help myself. We've got spark. We've got a starter that now works. We have, I'm guessing we have compression. Now we just have to figure out that whole fuel thing, which fuel injection. Let's see if the Honda early fuel injection is better than the Kawasaki DFI. Let's see, what do you think? Place your bets. Which one's better? Got to be pretty similar. So it's early fuel injection. I don't even know what it looks like, but we're going to get to it. I'm going to stick a battery in here. I've got one right over here. I'm going to put it on, and then we'll see if the starter button works. Okay, so we have a battery hooked up. It is the wrong battery. Key on. You know what? Pull the clutch. We got spark. Now let's figure out a way to see if we can get compression. Go. So just to show you, I had checked the oil yesterday. I didn't do it today, but there's oil in this. Because I would have put oil, I would have topped it off before starting to try to crank it. So I checked it yesterday. I just didn't show you guys that I had checked the oil. But it's got good oil and it looks good. Okay, let me show you our compression numbers, which I still don't trust my compression gauge. Like I said before, I think I need to get a new compression tester because it doesn't work like it. I don't think it's accurate. So keys on, clutch in, watching that, wide open throttle. And then looks like we're at about 75, something like that. But see, it's leaking down already. I don't know if that's the cylinder or the compression test. See, look, or the tester. I think it could be the tester. Okay, keeping an eye right here. Clutch, wide open throttle. And then right there, was that around 80? And then again, look, it's leaking down on both sides. So I think my compression tester's bad. I'm gonna go ahead and order another one. If you guys remember the GPZ when we tested compression after the ride, we didn't get anything over 60. And that was after we rode it 3,000 miles and it started up and ran. So, and that was across the board. So the good thing is it was consistent. The good thing is that this was consistent, 80, 85, somewhere on both sides. We'll look at getting a new one of these. We can test compression one more way, and that is squirt some carb cleaner in the cylinders before you put the spark plugs in and then see what happens. Let's push the button. I would say I need a new compression tester because I got to run in turbo. I don't know about you guys, but we made turbo noises. That's pretty freaking awesome. That's incredible. That is light years. So now we just have to sort out the fuel system because literally I squirted, just before I put the spark plugs in, I squirted some carb cleaner in it and then punched the button. And it made some noise. That's it. I love it. I love it. Gosh, does it get any better than that? Come on, man. I had the best job in the whole world. This guy is incredible. So with the wrong battery, jump box hooked up to it, everything else, come on. We're not far off. Now we just got to figure out the fuel injection, which can't be that hard. Pull those injectors off. Thankfully, compared to the GPZ, it should be half as easy because there's only 2 cylinders, two injectors, only 1 stuck throttle body. So I don't know. This throttle turns, the GPZ didn't. So I hear it making throttle body noises over there, which is good. And we just got to clean the injectors, check the injectors, fuel pump, and a whole bunch of vacuum lines, I'm guessing, to make sure this thing will run. But it's making some noise. I love it. Whew. Guys, my goal tonight was to see if I could free up the starter. That was the goal for this video. We are going to be doing a video a week on the CX500 Turbo until we're on the road. And then we'll probably keep doing a video a week. It will be something that will be an ongoing, this is going to be a long-term project. But again, get it going, get everything done. This is going to be something we're going to try to do as close to a restoration on it as we can without paint. I want to avoid painting. I don't mind the patina. I don't mind the faded of the stripes. It doesn't bother me that much. But we will clean it up, make it look good. We're gonna have to go through everything. It's gonna have to, we gotta tackle the fuel system next. And then after that, we gotta get stopping, right? Because we need that to happen. Because right now I got a floppy stuck little master cylinder, which is okay. We'll see if we can free it up. Same thing with our cylinder, with our calipers down there. We'll do what we can to free it up, and then we'll do a good service. You know, I wanna, this oil in it right now is good, and when I looked at it, it was really good. Put it on a paper towel, it was really, really clear, it looked fresh. So we're not gonna worry about changing the oil until after we can get it running, heat cycle it a bunch, dump that oil, put some other oil in, and just keep heat cycling it a bunch before we take it out on the road. But everything we'll have to go through, brakes and everything. So, but next step is fuel, then cooling, then brakes, and yeah, I forgot that it was water cooled. We have to take care of that. But let's see if we can get the fuel first, see if we can get it running, and then we'll see if we can make it cool. But like I said before, this is going to be a longer term project. We're going to have weekly updates on this guy. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications, so you get all the CX500 Turbo content that you ever wanted. And some of it you didn't want. Ah, this is so awesome. I'm so excited. Sucker fired, made some noise. I'm not going to say it fired up. We squirt some juice in the cylinders, put the spark plugs back in, hit the button. We made some noise. Not sure if it was on both of them, but it made some noise. So our compression tester, bad. Let's get a new one. Guys, we have a CX500 Turbo. Things are crazy in the world. Dreams do come true. Guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you've already hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Share this with everybody. Let's see if we help me grow this channel. I love doing this, and if I can get it to grow, I get to do more of it. Thanks again, guys, and have a great day.